Hey everybody, KC here. So yesterday in this space, we ran a clip from the Seinfeld episode Junk Mail from 1997. And it was all about the post office. And I thought it was pretty funny. Ironically, for a clip that comes from 1997, some people thought too soon in terms of its connection to what's going on with the United States Postal Service at this point. Anyway, you'll see some emails in your views below. However, I have an idea. And I want to give you 2 quick points before I tell you what the idea is. Number one, this is not meant to be political in any way, shape, or form. This is all about customer service. Number 2, I've actually vetted with some senior retail executives, and they think it's a pretty good idea and may actually be looking into whether or not they can do it. But here you go. My idea is that supermarkets especially could perform a public service. What if they said, we're going to put out a box from, let's say, October 1st to November 1st, and that box is going to be a place where if you have gotten an absentee ballot or a mail-in ballot, and you're concerned about the Postal Service, you can actually bring it to the supermarket, put it into this lockbox, and then the supermarket commits that every day they will take all those ballots from that box and they will bring them to the Board of Elections, bypassing the post office completely, right? And their argument would be that, hey, we're not mailing them, we're not telling you how to vote, we're not being pro-Democrat, we're not being pro-Republican, we're being pro-democracy. We think everybody ought to vote. We're going to make it easy for you because if you're concerned about standing online at a polling place, well, we know you're coming to the supermarket anyway. And I think this could be a really, really interesting idea. Just bypass the post office. Now, I think that there are obviously going to be some issues with this, right? Number one, there's a thing called ballot harvesting. And in certain communities, certain states, this might be considered illegal. You don't want to do it if it would be considered illegal. And certainly FedEx and UPS and even Amazon, when approached with the idea that maybe they could get into the business of delivering ballots, they're a little bit leery about doing it for the same reason, right? There's a patchwork of state regulations. Voting is basically a state issue, not a federal issue, and they really don't want to get there. But I do think this is an opportunity for retailers, and in this case, specifically brick and mortar retailers, to prove to their customers, to demonstrate to their customers once and for all, we're relevant. We want to facilitate something that's important in our national life, and we want to do it for you. Now, again, this is not a political statement. All they're being is pro-democracy. And again, I wouldn't suggest anybody do this without checking with their local boards of elections to make sure that it's legal. I don't want to be told, oh no, you made us do something illegal. But if you do it, and you're actually able to say to your customers, we're in the business of facilitating democracy, I think that's a really powerful statement, and not a statement that anybody should be afraid of making. Anyway, that's what's on my mind this morning. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.